Good morning and welcome back to Taco Universe Beginner Guides, where we're talking about Acryptia and we're going through the gameplay. I'm going to teach you how to do the gameplay, so this is going to be a slightly longer beginner guide, just so I can show you a number of floors and show you different strategies throughout the process. In the last video, we talked about the tasks and the rewards, which will go ahead and help with the strategy that you want to do when you're going ahead and playing the game. So I'm going to be focused on trying to earn as much gold and recover as much HP as possible. Some of the things I'm going to do are going to be focused on that may hurt me, but we'll continue to try and get as high as floor as possible. I've activated my torch, so I can go ahead and play up to 3 games this torch, and it'll all count towards my ranking and my tasks. So let's go ahead and click on the door and go in. Before you can go ahead and start, it's going to just double check to make sure that you have everything in there that you want, especially from an equipment perspective. The gear is new in Season 2. Right now, only helmets are available. Season 3 will have some other gear available. But if you have a helmet, go ahead and make sure that it is equipped. If you're not sure how to equip it, go ahead and check out one of my other videos where I show you how to get started getting everything staked and equipped for the game. Just click the button on the bottom here and enter the dungeon. It's going to ask you to authenticate. Once you authenticate, we can go ahead and dive in there. All right, we are jumping in now. There we go. This is the main setup of the game itself. On the top left, you're going to see the floor. You're going to see here's how many cards are left in the deck for that floor. Basically, when this gets to 0 and you use all the cards, you're going to go ahead and move to the next floor, which I'll show you here in a bit. There are a number of different kinds of cards. There are shields. You'll see these are shields right here. You'll see the little icon for a shield up there. There are weapons. These are weapons that you can use against monsters. You'll see a little hand there. This is a weapon here. There's monsters. There's also healing potions and treasure chests, which we'll show here in a few minutes. All right, main strategy on the bottom here, you have 3 options. You have your main character, which has the HP here. You get 13 HP to start. That's the max that you can have. You'll show the tokens up here, and you show shield up here. Each of your heroes has 2 hands. You'll see the right hand and the left hand. Each can hold a shield, can hold a weapon, stuff that you can use, and then they have a pack slot. So you can have 3 cards pulled down using any of these hands. Basically, if I go ahead, I can put a shield down here in my left hand. I can put the weapon down here in my right hand, and then once you get to 3 cards removed, so only 1 card left and 3 empty slots, it'll go ahead and add cards from the deck that I showed you over here. So now I have a shield here, a weapon here, and an empty pack, which I'm going to keep empty for right now. The monster is going to attack you. The monster can either attack you directly. You see the green border when I click on the monster on the left hand, or the main hero. That shows where it can go to. Or I can go ahead and attack with my weapon. Just because the monster has 2 health points here, I don't want to attack with a 1 weapon because it's only going to take 1 health point off. You're going to see 2 here, so I'm actually going to take the monster against my shield. And when it goes against my shield, it will kill the monster, but it will also destroy my shield. I'll show that here. And then once that happens, you see how there are 3 slots at the top there that are empty, and then there's 1 shield in the far right. We're going to get some more cards. So let's go ahead and do that. It destroyed my shield. The monster's gone and dealt some more cards. So now I have the treasure here, which is one of the types of tokens I forgot to mention. This is actually one of the golds, one of the tasks that I'm trying to get to. I need to get to 180 gold throughout the season, or throughout these 3 days, to go ahead and complete that task. So gold can go anywhere. It can go these 3, or it can go in your bag. If it goes to any of those, it disappears. You've used it, and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang on to that gold, throw it in my pack, and there we go. That slot is used up. I'm going to also, since he has 3 hit points, and there's 2 weapons here that total up to 3 hit points, I'm going to go ahead and grab the sword or the saber. I'm going to use the saber on the monster, and what you're going to see is, since it has 2, he has 3, it's going to take him down to 1. There we go, he's down to 1, and now I'm going to use this gun and go ahead and kill the monster. There we go. You saw the gold also disappear because it was used up right away. Now this one's a little bit tough because we have 3 monsters that we're going against, 2, 1, and 2. So we're going to use this shield. We're going to bring it down here. You can use it any combination you want, but I want to get rid of these 2 larger monsters as far as the 2. We'll go ahead and take it to the shield. It's going to reduce the shield down to 2. And then this one's going to destroy the shield. So I killed those monsters, but I'm also in good shape. Now we see a new card that we didn't see before. It's the potion. The potions heal you. So for example, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and, just for the example, this normally I would pull the shield down, take the monster against the shield, and I'd be good to go. But what I'm going to do is pull the shield down. I'm going to take this monster against the shield. Since the monster has 3 hit points and the shield only has 1, it's going to destroy the shield and it's going to take 2 of my hit points. If I'm really lucky, my equipment, that helmet that before we started this that I showed you that I equipped, if I'm really lucky, that'll reduce one of the damage that I take, but we'll see. So here we go. Pull this down here. It destroys the shield and I lose 2 hit points. So my gear didn't take an effect. What I'm going to do, just to show you this example also, is I'm going to use the healing potion, which will get me back up to the max 30. Normally I wouldn't do that here, but I want to show you what the healing potion does. So we'll go ahead, you see it maxed out, destroyed the healing potion, and now we got a group of new cards, and this is the last one that we haven't seen yet. It's the treasure chest. And I'll show you that here in a second, but I want to start out with pulling the shield down, because that's one of the things I want to use. And then we'll pull the treasure chest down here. You can go ahead and put it in your pack and save it for later, doesn't use it, or you can go ahead and put it in one of your hands, and then it's going to go ahead, this guy's going to pop up, and you have to select one of 3 cards. In these cards, there's multiple options. Basically, you could either get an enemy that comes out there and does damage to you, or you can get a card that you can use like a weapon or a shield, or even a healing potion. So we're just going to click the one in the middle here, see what we get. We got a healing potion, so that goes down here. It's used. Even though I'm at max 13, it still got used. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the monster against the shield, and we're going to continue to go through this process. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through it pretty quickly now. Monster shield, destroy that, bring the shield down, do that. So we're going to go a little bit quicker here just so I can finish up the cards and show you. We'll pull that down, use the weapon against him, and get some treasure in here. A reminder, I'm trying to get 180 gold as my task. So we're actually going to grab both of these and then take this monster against the shield, which will take 1 hit point away from me. Oh, you see the damage reduction right there. The gear, that helmet that I had, I mentioned there's a 4% chance that it'll reduce by 1 hit point or 1 damage. It did it there, so you saw I didn't lose any hit points there. That was again the equipment or the gear, that helmet at the beginning of the game. So let's go ahead, and I want to show you some damage here against me. I can take this monster and go right against me, and it's going to take 2 hit points away. You see it went down to 11. I'm going to use one of my potions and get that right back. And then I'll use the weapon here. And see, we're getting near the end now. Now I only got 1 more card in the deck, and then I got all of these to go against. So I'm going to use this here, and I'm going to pull this guy down. Let's hold him there. And we'll go ahead and attack that, and we'll deal it out. And I thought it might have been a monster because I wanted to use we're right at the end of the floor, so I need to use all the cards in order before I move. And I want to, you saw I need to get the 900 health points from the task that I showed you earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and use him against me. Now if I pull this down, I lose this guy. So I want to use all 5 of this health because it's going to go towards my task. So I'm going to slide this over first. Even though it doesn't increase my max health, the potion goes towards my task, and now I can use this last card. And when I pull this last card down here, it's going to finish the level. So now it pulls up. It gives you a summary of everything that happened. So I got 13 health points left over. I earned 4 gold. I dealt 8 damage. Damage taken was 5. Damage blocked, that's from the shields that we were talking about. Health recovery, 11 went towards the 900 task that I have there. And cards sold. I'll show you cards sold here on the next floor and the time it took. This took me 7 minutes, 36 seconds, only because I'm talking to you. Normally it takes about a minute to go through these first few floors. You hit continue, it's going to take you to the merchant. A little tip here with the merchant, no matter how much you have, every floor you do, I tip 1. Because there will get to a point where if you don't tip the merchant on like floor 5, 6, or 7, he's not going to trust you anymore, and he won't sell to you, whether it's selling in the store that he has here, or it's going ahead down here and using the fire, which the fire for 12 gold gives you some hit points back. All right, so we'll go ahead and hit continue. Before I do that, there was a question in my Discord. If you go ahead and buy one of these NFTs in here, it only works on the next floor. It's the first card that you're dealt out of the deck. It's not something that you get every single floor. So they're expensive. They're 40 gold. Early stages, you're not going to need them, and they're going to be too expensive for you. Later stages, they may come in handy. So be aware of that. Click continue, and now we're on floor 2. Going to deal out the deck, similar to how we started the game itself. What I'm going to show you, I'm going to go ahead and use the gold because I want that. Take this down there and take this down there. Get dealt some more cards. They're all monsters, so we're going to go through this quickly. I want to show you a scenario where you go ahead and you sell, or you sell one of your NFT or one of the cards. So we're going to go through this pretty quickly. I got that. We're going to use the example now. So let's say I want to go ahead and I have all my slots full down here, just from cards that carried over, and I got a lot of good cards and not a lot of monsters. So I still need to get 3 empty slots up here. What you could do is you can go ahead and sell one of your cards. I'm going to sell the sword. In order to sell it, you see this little hole over here in the wall. You just drag it there. You see the eyes light up red. That means you're going to go ahead and sell it. And it's going to be you're going to get the amount of gold that is actually the equipment itself. So I'm going to get 3 gold for this. So you see that happen there. It went from 4 to 3. And then we can go ahead and continue on with this. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this out. So I'm not going to talk for the next few minutes, but I'm going to skip ahead to the end just to show you right at the end when I'm going to lose and show you just the ending of that. All right, I want to jump back in here. Sometimes you get dealt a rough hand. I've probably about the last 6 out of 8 cards I got were monsters. So right now I'm at a situation where I'm at the end of the floor, but I have 2 monsters, 4 and a 2. I only have 6 health, so it's going to be one of those situations where I really need my equipment to come into play to reduce the damage for at least one of these monsters. So let's go ahead and check the luck of the draw. If I can't reduce it, I lose. If I can, I live another day. So there we go. That did not do it. So here's my last one. I need to have it at least damage reduced once, and I did not. So I lost that one. Sometimes a lot of this game is skill or at least strategy, and then there's also some RNG that you just get dealt a bad hand every now and then. So I went 18 minutes. They do run a little bit longer as you continue to push through. Throughout the game, I did receive 54 towards that task, but as far as gold earned, I earned 55. So we'll go ahead and see if that was enough to go ahead and complete the one task. Click it out. You come back to the main screen. It does take a few seconds to load, and then we'll go check out the tasks and see if we completed any of them. We did. It looks like we did. We completed the one which was the gold for 180. I did play earlier and was able to get it up most of the way, but you see how I leveled up. I was level 2, now I'm level 3. Now I have the taco reward down here. In order to receive the reward, you see if I click over it, it's kind of highlighted. It's brought up there because it knows I'm in level 3, and you can see the progress bar at the bottom. You just click on it and ask you if you want to claim it, and you go ahead and claim it. Now I got 0.1 taco just for playing the game for a little bit. I'm going to continue to go through and level up. All I have to do is get this one to 900, which is going to be a little bit of a tedious task, but we'll get there. And then reset in 3 days. I hope this video was helpful. I tried to cover all the gameplay items and give you a little bit of strategy and tips. Again, it was longer than normal, but I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.